Hi, Park Hills Church. This is Pastor Graham and Pastor Alex joining you again for one of my favorite times of the month. It's our Spiritual Disciplines video where we are going to be talking about service today. And so we've all maybe had an experience where we took a large party into a restaurant before, right? And sometimes that can go really well, and sometimes that can go really poorly. But we all know that if the service is solid, both the waitresses or waiters and your family have a very positive experience. We like being waited on. We like being served. We like having someone pouring that water right away or serving us the food on time because it keeps the kids happy, it keeps everybody happy, right? But what if it was flipped on its end? We like being served, but I wonder, how much do we really enjoy serving others?
Yeah, and I want to take it even a step farther. We love to be served, and a lot of us like to serve when it's big and flashy and there's a lot going on. There's a big project, or we have this big home at the end that we built or went on a mission trip. But what about serving in the mundane? What about serving in the everyday and the week to week, the over and over again, the boring that nobody sees? Don Whitney, in his book about spiritual disciplines, has a great quote that I'm going to read. He says, "The discipline of serving is like that. It's like being mundane. Although no more spiritually grand and noble way of life can be found than living in response to Christ's summons to serve, the daily realities of such a life often appear as lowly and pedestrian as washing someone's feet."
That's a great quote. And Jesus actually taught us to serve like this. This is John 13. Starting in verse 12, it says, "When he had washed their feet and put on his outer garments and resumed his place, he said to them, 'Do you understand what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for so I am. If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you also should do just as I have done to you.'"
Yeah, I love this question that Jesus asked his disciples. He says, "Do you understand what I've just done for you?" And I think what Jesus is pushing here is pushing the humility and servanthood of what it means to be a Christ follower, right? Being a Christ follower is not a life of wealth and domination, of power and influence. It's the life of a servant. It's the life of humility, of lowly serving others in the day-to-day, in the mundane. I think our culture has this idea that we should be served, and we even think about it in retirement. Like, retirement is this great time when I can stop producing and stop working and just relax. But there's no such thing as spiritual retirement. There's no time when we've served enough of Christ that we can now just sit back and be served. We serve, and again, not just in the grand ways, but in the day-to-day, in the mundane, the stuff that maybe nobody ever will see.
Yeah, so this month as a church, we're asking us and all of you to take a personal inventory. How is my heart towards service? Is it something that I run after and enjoy, or is it something that I'm not sure, it's hard for me to get into it? And we want to specifically challenge you to consider one or two ways in which you can serve someone this month without anyone else knowing it. Just you and the Lord, spending this time serving others just because that is how Jesus modeled love for us as well. So, thank you so much, and we will be talking to you soon. Bye.
See ya.